Dragon's Lair is famous for its animation and infamous for literally everything else. I'd always seen this game through pop culture but never actually tried it. I think I genuinely regret playing it. It's hard, filled with trial and error, and I don't think modern players would tolerate it. Let's find out why. The Dragon's Lair trilogy includes both Dragon Lair games and Space Ace. Calling it a trilogy sounds better than the Dragon's Lair duology plus the other Bluth game, I guess. These are the original arcade games ported to modern hardware. These aren't typical arcade games, no, these are interactive animated films with QuickTime events. The animation was mind-blowing for an arcade game. Imagine you used to seeing Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Bubble Bobble, and then you see this. It looks like a Disney film I can play. I can see why it was so popular. The animation still holds up today, it's fast, fluid, creative and chaotic. I grew up watching this type of animation, so this was a real treat for me. Space Ace looks like it was going to give me a Caesar just by watching. Some of the set pieces they came up with can be wild. Pair that with the fact they made death animations for each scenario, and these games are great to watch. You might even say it's funner to watch than to play. The game is all about memorization and quick reactions. It sounds easy enough, but it can be brutal. In Dragon's Lair 1, when you die you respawn in a different room. This makes it super hard to learn a room, as it could be ages till you see that room again. This doesn't happen in the other two games, so they are slightly easier. This is basically the grandfather of QTEs. You get a brief flash telling you which direction to press or when to swing your sword. That's it, 5 inputs, miss it and you die instantly. Your reaction time has to be so fast for it to count. Inputs can come right after each other. It can be incredibly frustrating. It can be fine when you start learning rooms, but the first Dragon's Lair can sometimes flip the rooms, so it's different timing and reversed inputs. So infuriating. It sounds like the first game is my least favourite. Nope, that goes to the second one. The rooms are way longer than the first, so that's much more to memorise. It also has more voice acting, which you think would be a plus, but this led to me hearing the same goddamn lines over and over every time I respawned, which was a lot. It was driving me up the wall. But I persisted on through, and after finally reaching the last room, the game tells you, nope, you missed the treasures, start over. At that point I wasn't challenged anymore, I was just annoyed. Not only do you have to memorise each room, you also have to know when not to follow the indicator. The treasure will flash and you'll have to hit that direction. But you think I was going to risk that when I came so far into the room. I'm playing the easy version as well. The indicator was not in the arcade version. They literally had to wait for the flash and hit the direction compared to where Dirk is. The issue with this is sometimes the direction is diagonal or it's not clear which direction to go. Hats off to anyone who actually managed to beat this back in the day, because I certainly could not have. Imagine having to pay 30p or more every time you got a game over. I would have easily spent £20 just trying to beat one of these games. The only thing keeping me playing was seeing the animations. The characters are expressive and Dirk the Daring has a slapstick charm to him. That being said, the animation did get repetitive by the time I beat the game. You'll see Dirk run into a door over and over. At least Daphne gives you something pleasant to look at whilst you're trying to die for the 100th time. I think I would say Space Ace was my favourite to play, just because it gave me the least amount of trouble. Dragon's Lair 2 was my favourite to watch, as the visuals can get quite trippy, thanks to the time travel. When it comes to ranking the games, I'm going to rank them all as 1, as they are basically the same game. Out of the 3 it goes Space Ace, Dragon's Lair 1, then 2. The second one would have been higher if it didn't lock me out at the ending. Ultimately I'm glad I finally experienced these games, but I hope I never will again. Dragon's Lair is undeniably important to arcade history, but importance doesn't always equal enjoyment. These games are a fantastic relic rather than a must-play game. Time to rank it. I'm feeling number 64. It's as high as it is purely based on the animation alone. Every game above it I may not have liked, but at least I got some enjoyment from their gameplay. Hey, at least these games weren't as traumatic as other Bluth projects.